What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Druuill. You guessed it. I'm back at you with another video. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that share button. And as always, show some love in the comments. Let's go. The real always rise to the top, regardless of who doesn't want them to, because God Himself has ordained it. Let's get into it. People can't take from you what God has in store for you. They may try, they may put themselves in the way, they may try to distract you, but they can't take from you what God has given you. If God chose you to do something, they can't take that from you. They may try to stop you from doing it. They may try to get in your way, but they can't take away the fact that you have a gift that God gave you to develop. They can't take that from you. They can't take away the fact that God chose you to carry out a certain deed. They can't take that away from you. But they will try. They'll try to make you not want to go after it. All right? They will try to not make you want to achieve the goals because they're so fake and they're so deceiving and they're so conniving that they will put themselves in your life to try to tear you down and to try to eliminate your process of becoming successful. Because people, believe it or not, people see what you're trying to do. They may not know how to do anything, and just for the fun of it, just for the heck of it, they may put themselves in your life as a friend, a fake friend, as a partner, a fake partner, as a buddy, a fake buddy, whether business friend, whether a friend you're seeing intimate with. Sometimes people come into your life just to destroy and to undermine your movement, to undermine what it is you're doing. And it doesn't matter, regardless of what they do, the real is always going to rise to the top. If you're a real person and you don't display any of those qualities of the other person, you're going to rise to the top. People may come at you with their little fake ways. People may come at you with their negative behavior. But if you're a real person, you're always going to rise to the top. God will always make a space for you because you have a good heart. And when you have a good heart, you're always going to attract the right people and the good people that match your energy. You're always going to be able to attract people that match your energy. There are people that will attract to you because they're dark and they're darkness and you're of the light, but you still will be able to attract people of the light to you for business opportunities, friendships, partnerships, friends, just to have friends. Maybe it might be a twin flame, maybe it might be an intimate friend. But the real will always rise to the top, and the real in another person will always be able to recognize the real in you. No matter if people told you were fake, no matter if people spoke down on you, no matter if people said bad things about you, no matter if people said nobody likes you, and no matter if people painted a picture for you that you're what's the word I'm looking for? That you're I guess what's the word? Outsider, or you're ostracized, or you're like singled out, like nobody wants to be your friend. Say you have no friends and you feel all alone. God will send the right people in your life so you don't have to feel that way, because you're a real person. No matter how bad people want to make you feel, you're going to rise to the top. No matter how alone people want to make you feel, you're still a real person. There could be a whole group of fake people trying to convince you that something is wrong with you, that you're not real, that you're not great, all because those people are less than you and you're greater than all of them. Who's to say a whole group of people that aren't great can't band together and group together? A whole bunch of people who aren't great will do that, especially depending on how powerful you are. These weak people know that there's strength in numbers. They know that if they get enough of them together, they can try to convince you that you have the problem, that there's something wrong with you. Who's to say a whole bunch of dysfunctional people can't get together and hang out? It's possible. Anything is possible, all right? And there's nothing new under the sun. So if there's been larger groups of toxic people than just more than 5 or 6 There could be a group of maybe 15 to 20 toxic people. It's called being in a work environment, and you got like 5 people at the job that got your back. All right. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who wants to attack you. People sometimes want to attack the real person. Sometimes people are jealous of your authenticity. They're jealous of the fact that you're not a fake person. You don't have to lie to people to get people to like you. You don't have to try to convince people to like you when you're trying to make friends. You don't have to force people to like your personality. You don't have to try to act like someone else. You don't have to act like something you saw on a TV show, or you don't have to act like what's cool right now on movies or TV or social media. A lot of people want to portray roles that they see in the media, on TV, on the internet, in music and movies. A lot of people want to portray those roles. I know art imitates life and life imitates art, but there are a lot of people who will see something on TV or see something on the screen, and then they'll become that person. They'll want to be that person. All right. So the real will always rise to the top because you are okay with being yourself. You don't have to be anybody else. You don't have to pretend to be something that you're not. And when you don't have to pretend, when you don't have to be fake, you develop courage, you develop strength, and you develop confidence in who you are, and who you truly are and who you truly can be. And you can only take it from there. When you act like somebody else or you're fake, you can only go as far as that character goes. You can only go as fake, you can only go as far as a fake person can go. So depending on how real you are, depending on how fake you are, that's how your life is going to be just as fake as you are. Depending on how fake you are, your life is going to be just as fake as you are. Depending on how real you are, your life is going to be just as real as you. If you give off real vibes to people, people are going to give that energy back. The universe is going to give that energy back. So it's always good to be yourself. It's always good to be who you truly are. It's always good to be honest, because you don't have to lie to people. If you don't like someone, if you don't want someone, if you don't want to be friends with someone, if you don't want a job somewhere, if you don't want to do something that somebody wants you to do, if it's a no to you and a yes to someone else, don't do it. All right, you have to be real with people. If you're saying no to yourself and yes to somebody else, then you're torturing yourself. All right, and that's not real. Don't torture yourself. You want to be real so that you can be honest with yourself and everybody else, so that way you can get what you want out of life. Your time's not wasted, and you're not wasting your life. You're not wasting other people's time. And that's why when you're a real person, you will always rise to the top, because people respect a person that's real. People respect a person that is honest. People respect a person that speaks their heart, not in no emotional crybaby way, but people respect the person who speaks what's on their mind. And when people talk about people speaking their heart and following their heart, the heart is synonymous for the mind. Okay, the word heart is synonymous for the mind. When they talk about the heart in the Bible, they're talking about your mind. They're talking about the deeper parts of your mind, your subconscious mind. Because when you think about it, in order for you to carry something out, in order for you to do something, there has to be love there. And that love doesn't come from your beating heart. That love comes from your mind. Okay. But they call it the deeper subconscious part of your mind. And I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't shaped like a heart. I wouldn't even be surprised. It's probably some parts in the mind that is actually shaped like either the heart that they're drawing, which I doubt, because that's actually a butt, or sidebar. Okay, weird, I know, but that is probably a part in the brain that looks like the actual like beating heart. Okay, like that God created. So with that being said, your heart is the deeper regions of your mind. In order for someone to reference the heart, they're talking about a deep thought, a deep thinking, a person that holds a person in high esteem in their mind, a person that deeply sees something as good, a desire, something that they want, something that they value, something that they cherish, something that they see as true. Okay, so the true people, the people who speak from their heart, the people who speak from the deep regions of their subconscious mind will always rise to the top. Number one, because they're keeping it real with themselves. Number two, they're keeping it real with other people. Number three, they're keeping it real with the universe. When you keep it real with God and you keep it real with the universe and God will keep it real with you. And that's why the real will always rise to the top. All right. When you're a real person, you don't just keep it real with others, you keep it real with yourself. Keeping it real with yourself is keeping it real with God. When you keep it real with God, God will keep it real with you, and God will be there for you. He'll be in your life. His presence will be in your life. He'll bless you. He'll continuously bless you. And you, regardless of what happens in your life, regardless of what people want to see for you in your life, regardless of what people try to stop in your life, what God has ordained for you is yours. They can't take your success. They can't take your dream. They can't take your ambition. They can't take your flow of energy. They can't take your ideas, because you're always developing something new. People could, like, when it comes to a real person could get their idea stolen and they'll be cool about it because they know that God will bless them with another one. A real person somebody will do them dirty and they'll be like, okay, it is what it is. The universe will handle that. God will handle that. I'm a good person. I'm going to stay on the righteous path, and I'm going to let that person continue to just go where they're going, and their actions will catch up with them. Fake people, their actions will catch up with them. When you're real, your actions will catch up with you. What you put out into the universe will come back to you. You'll just be able to benefit and enjoy those manifestations more than a fake person, because when you're fake and you put fake out into the universe, you get fake back. All right, the energy, like Nips. I was watching this interview from Nipsey Hussle the other day. That God rest his soul, but he said the energy that you put out is the same energy that you get back. The energy you put out is the same energy you get back. So you got to be careful. You want to put out the right energy. You want to be as real as you could possibly be. Not real as in the sense of doing people dirty, doing what you feel like doing, not having respect for other people, not caring about other people. We're talking about real in the sense of you treating other people the way you want to be treated. You doing people the way you want to be done. Doing people right. Doing people justice. Doing people good. And when you do people good, when you're a good person, you will always, without a doubt, rise to the top, because God will leave a special place open just for you. God will have something special in mind just for you. God will have an opportunity, a position, a space, a place stamped out just for you, just for his chosen one, because you didn't choose to be fake. Everybody was laughing at that person. You chose to go help them and let them know why everybody was clowning them and laughing at them. And you even helped them. You were there to show them another way. You were there to show them they didn't have to continue to be clowned. You were there to show them they didn't have to continue to feel bad about themselves. You were there to show them that, hey, no matter who laughs at you, these people are fake. You're a real person. You holding it down. You lift people up because you're real. You help people realize the best in them. You help people see the greatest version of them. You help people become successful. You help people get motivated. You help people rise to the top because you're real. You see the realness in other people. You help people want to go after the greatest version of themselves and become the best that they could be in life. All right. You help people want to find that love, that thing that they could love to do, that thing that they could get paid to do, the thing that they're great at. You bring that out of people. So just by being around them, just by people feeling your energy, just by people talking to you for a few minutes, just by having a short conversation, somebody could pick up some energy from you and it'll change their whole life, because you're real. And you will always rise to the top. No matter where you're at, you could fall off, you'll still rise to the top. You could be on the bottom, you'll still rise to the top. They could try to hold you back, you'll still rise to the top, because you're real. Your fakeness will always your realness will always override their fakeness. And when people act fake to you, it shows what type of character they have. It shows what type of person they are. If they're being fake with you, they're being fake with themselves. They don't know any other way. So it's best to not take it personal when people are being fake with you, because you have to be so real with yourself that when somebody is being fake, it doesn't affect you. So when other people say they got you, yo, I got you don't know if that's true or not all the time. Somebody could be being fake. You have to be real. And when you're real, you'll rise to the top, because when you're real, you'll be like, you know what? They say they got me, but even though somebody says they got me, I have to make sure that I have me. And that's real. When you have you, you will always rise to the top. A real person always makes sure they have everything they need. A real person always makes sure they're doing everything they could possibly do. A real person is always making sure that no matter what, they're not going to stop. They're not going to quit. They're not going to give up. When things get hard, they're going to go hard. When things get tough, they're going to do it tough. When it looks like they don't have anything else to give, they're going deep. They're going to dig deep, search, find, look for, develop, manifest, make something out of nothing. They're going to do whatever they could possibly do to continue to keep going on, because they know that, you know what? If I'm gonna keep it real with myself, if I'm gonna keep it real with life, I told myself that I would do this. I told myself this was something that I was going to do. I told myself, you know what? I have to continue this. I have to keep this going. I made a promise to myself. I told myself that this was something that I would do because I knew this was something that I could do. I believed in myself. If I quit, I'm not keeping it real with myself or life. I made a commitment. I told myself this is something I could do. I don't want to die with not being able to achieve this goal. I don't want to not live my life without being able to achieve my dream. I don't want to live my life a corny life, a boring life, a helpless life. That's not keeping it real with myself. I told myself that I could drive whatever car I wanted to. I told myself I could live in whatever house I wanted to. I told myself I could have the amount of whichever amount of money that I told myself I could have. So if I don't go after that, if I don't achieve that, if I don't fully believe in that and do the things that require of me to do that, if I don't own up to my actions and be responsible for the words that I said, then that's not keeping it real. I told myself that I wanted to help myself so I could help other people. If I don't do that, if I don't keep my end of the bargain, if I don't hold up my end of the bargain, that's not keeping it real. I have to hold up my end of the bargain. I have to keep my word to myself. I know keeping your word to other people is very important, but most and foremost, keep your word to yourself. When you keep your word to yourself, when you don't lie to you, when you tell yourself you're going to do something and you do it, you hold yourself accountable. That gives you the power to be there for others. That gives you the power to always be there for yourself, to never let yourself down. If nobody, if you don't let you down, it doesn't matter who will let you down. Somebody could let you down. Somebody could tell you they were going to do something and not do it. But you yourself are eager. You're a grinder. You're a hustler. You're never going to stop. You're never going to quit. You always make sure that you're good. You always make sure you got you. So you always keep it real with you. And you always make sure you rise to the top, regardless of who's there, regardless of what's there, regardless of who's fake, regardless of who's real, regardless of who said what they're going to do for you, whether they do it or not, whether they're there for you or not. They could lie to you, tell you that they're going to send you uh $80 and take you out to Virginia, take you out to and have you come out there and buy you all sorts of clothes and let you live with them and tell you you don't have to work and whatever. They could say whatever they want. They could tell you they'll buy you a car. They tell you, hey, I see you doing this, I'll buy you a car. Hey, I'll make you a movie star. Hey, fly out to here. You could be a music artist. Hey, I see you just bought a new laptop and you're working on stocks. Call me, pay me $1,000. I'll help you out with the stock market. I'll teach you this. I'll help you with that. If people lie to you and they're fake, it's okay. Somebody could tell you whatever they want, but guess what? If you keep it real with you, it don't matter. Somebody could tell you that they'll give you the whole moon, world, stars, universe, and everything that there other. It doesn't matter. If you make sure you got you, if you make sure you're in a position to give yourself the world, it doesn't matter. Somebody could come along and tell you, yo, I'll give you this, that, and the other. They can lie. You can see the devil in them and everything, and it won't affect you because you got you, and that's keeping it real. You have to keep it real with you. Keep it real with yourself first. And that way you won't fall to the wayside. That way you won't get burnt. That way you won't get hurt. That way you won't be out here salty because somebody was fake with you. When you keep it real with yourself, regardless of who's fake, you'll rise to the top. I got you. I'll do this. I'll help you. That's cool. I got to make sure I'm cool too. You don't know how many times people say they got you, they'll be there for you, and they don't come through. The people that come through, God bless them. And the people that come through, those are the people that are there for you. Those are the people that are real. The real people always rise to the top. Anybody that's fake, anybody that ever told you they were going to do something and they didn't, anybody that said they were going to be there for you, trust and believe there's going to be a time where they want you to be there for them, and make sure you have that same energy. All right. Can you be there for me? Absolutely not. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Smash that share button, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, show me some love in the comments. Stay motivated, stay happy, stay healthy. I'll see everybody in the next video. It's been another DruTube special. Shout out to the vessels. We out.